Welcome back to our course Big Database Management System. So our today's topic is Introduction to Decomposition. So in the previous video we discussed about a very important concept in a database called as a normalization. So we have seen in case of normalization what we are doing, we are decomposing one large table into number of subtables so as to remove the redundancy from the table and to bring a table in a consistent state. This is what our main objective of a normalization. So in case of normalization, what we are doing the decomposition. Okay, we are splitting the one large table into number of subtables. So here we are going to discuss what is decomposition, what are the types of decomposition, and what are the properties of a decomposition. So in short, you should know what is decomposition: process of splitting one large relation into number of sub relation. This process is called as a decomposition, and in case of normalization we required decomposition. Okay, but already we discussed about normalization, but here we should know what is decomposition, what are its types, and what are the properties of a decomposition. So first I just told you about this. What is decomposition? It's a process of splitting one large table into number of subtables. That process is called as a decomposition. So there are two types of decomposition: lossy decomposition and lossless decomposition. Okay, and there are three properties of a decomposition. First one is a lossless decomposition, lossy decomposition, and dependency preservation. This is what a third property of a decomposition. So out of these three property, two properties are desirable. First one is a lossless decomposition property, and second one is a dependency preservation property. These two properties are desirable whenever you are decomposing your table. Means whenever you are decomposing your table, you need to make sure that these two properties should be satisfied. Whereas lossy decomposition is unwanted property. This is not a desirable property that we want our decomposition should follow or should follow. Means whenever we are doing decomposition, we want that our decomposition is to be a lossless and dependency preserving, but our decomposition should not be a lossy decomposition. So let's understand what is lossless decomposition and why it is desirable, what is lossy decomposition, why it is not desirable. So that we are going to understand in next slide. So here I am just giving you a small example so that you will understand lossless decomposition. So before understanding this example, I am going to tell you what is a basic notion behind the lossless decomposition. So in case of a lossless decomposition, suppose you are splitting one large table into number of subtable. Okay, suppose you are splitting one large table into number of subtable, then information which is present in the original table should not get lost. This is the first thing that is implied in the lossless decomposition. Whatever will be the information that is present in the original table, that should remain as it is in the subtable. So this is first thing, that you are not going to lose any kind of information. Okay, this is the first thing, you are not going to lose any information. And second thing is that once you join all these subtable, you are getting original table back. This is another thing that you should know about lossless decomposition. In case of lossless decomposition, we are not going to lose any kind of information. Whatever information that is present in the original table, that will remain as it is in the subtable. And suppose you combine the subtable, okay, suppose you combine all the subtable, you are getting original table back. So this is what a main feature of a lossless decomposition. And let's try to understand this with the help of this example. Suppose I have this exam table. Okay, suppose I have this exam table which is having the 5 attributes: roll number, subject name, student name, subject code, subject name, and marks. These are the 5 attributes of an exam table, and total 6 tuples are there. Okay, so what I have done, I have split this table into 3 subtable. This is table 1, table 2, and table 3. Table 1 is student, table 2 is result, and table 3 is subject. So these are the 3 tables which I have splitted. Okay, I have split exam table into 3 subtables: student, result, and sub. Now we want to check whether this decomposition is a lossless decomposition or it is a lossy decomposition. Okay, that we should know whether dependency is preserved or not. That also we are going to consider over here. So first of all, we need to focus on lossless and lossy. So whether we lose any kind of information over here. Okay, so you need to check. Suppose I want to know roll number 1 got suppose I want to know what is marks for roll number 1 in subject English. Okay, so that information I can give very easily from exam table. But after decomposition, suppose I want to get the marks of a student having roll number 1 in subject English. So can I get this information? Yes. So for that purpose, I'm getting roll number from result table, and then from the subject table I'm getting the subject name English. And in order to join these two table, what we have common attribute called as a subject code. Subject code is a common attribute between the result table and subject table, and by using which we can get easily information. Okay, that means this information is present here. Here student information is stored separately, result information is stored separately, and subject information, that information is stored separately. So I think that no information is being lost. Okay, now we have to check after, suppose I'm going to join these three sub table, can I get this original table back? So let's check. So how to perform this? You need to perform join operation. Which join operation? Natural join operation, or you can say equi-join operation. In case of a equi-join operation, we are considering one attribute, means we are comparing the equality condition based on the common attribute which is present between the two tables. In order to perform equi-join between two tables, what we required, that both the tables should have one common attribute, and based on this common attribute we are going to compare. First of all, what we will do, we'll join student table with a result table. And is there any common attribute between student table and result table? Suppose there is no common attribute between two tables, we cannot perform join operation. This is a very important thing that you should know. So in this case, between the student and result table, common attribute is a roll number. So we are going to join these two tables based on a roll number. So roll number is 1. And you know that a join operation is a fusion of two operations. One is a Cartesian product and second one is a selection. And in case of Cartesian product, how it works? Every row of first table is combined with every other row of another table. Okay, so here we are going to compare. Roll number 1 is there, so here we got roll number. So we are performing join operation. So roll number is 1 here. Then student name is A, subject code is S1, and mark is 50. Just consider that this subject name column is not there, and we are performing join operation on this two. So we are trying to get whether we are getting original table back or not. What we need to do, we need to combine these three sub table, and we want to check whether we are getting original table back or not. Suppose we are getting original table, that means this decomposition is a lossless decomposition, because we understand two important properties of a lossless decomposition, that we are not going to lose any kind of information, and after joining all the, or after combining all the sub table, we are getting original table back. That thing we want to validate over here. So first of all, just compare this roll number, compare with this. So we got first row. Similarly, 1 match with 1 in the second row. So 1 1. So again, student name is A, subject code is S2, and marks is 60. Then again, this row first row of first table compare with third row of second table. So it is compared with this. So here 1 match here. So 1 again A, S3, and the mark is 70. Then similarly 2 is compared with this, whether it is match, no. 2 is matched with this, no. Here match, no. 2 is matched with this, yes. So 2 again, student name is B, subject name is subject code is S1, number of marks are 70. So here we are considering this subject name column is not there. So in this way we got, after joining this student and result table, we got 6 tuples. Okay, this 6 tuple, and this, consider that this subject name column is not there. Now we want to perform. So this is what table that we obtain. Now subject table is there. Now we want to perform again equi-join between this. First, what we have done, we have combined these two tables. Suppose we combine this two table, we got this table. Okay, this column is not there. Okay, so we need to then join this table with this table, and we want to check whether this table we are getting back or not. Okay, so here we compare what we are going to compare, what is a common attribute? Subject code S1. So here S1 is there, here S1 is there. So now we are going to add this column subject name. Okay, so English, S1 is common with S1. Okay, here S1 is there, here also S1, so we are going to combine this row. So 1A S1. Now what is the subject name? English, and marks is 50 already there. Then this S1 is combined with this, whether it match? No, it is not going to match. Then S2, we check for S2. S2 is matched with here. So here what is subject name? Physics. So we are added physics over here because these columns are already there. Okay, now S3 is compared with this, so we got S3 with this, so we are going to add chemistry. Then again S1 is compared with this, so again we got English. So S4 is compared, so it is match only in the fifth row, S4. So subject is math, and S5 is matched with this, so bio. So in this way we are getting this original table back. Okay, means though we are going to perform join operation on this 3 sub table, and after joining this 3 sub table we are getting the original table back. That means this is a lossless decomposition, and in case of lossless decomposition we are not going to lose any kind of information, as well as after joining this sub table we are getting original table back. So this is what a lossless decomposition, and it is desirable. Whenever you are decomposing your table, in case of a normalization, you need to make sure that your decomposition should be a lossless one. I hope you understand lossless decomposition. Now let's discuss about lossy decomposition. So in case of a lossy decomposition, this is another property of a decomposition, and it is not desirable to have lossy decomposition, because in case of lossy decomposition we are going to miss some information, as well as we'll get some extra information. This is what a case. In case of lossy decomposition, after joining, means in lossy decomposition also what we are doing, we are splitting one table into number of subtable, and after joining this number of subtable, maybe the case that we are not getting original table back. In case of lossy decomposition we are not getting original table back. That's why this property or this type of decomposition is called as a lossy, where we are going to lose some information. And in the another way, I can say that in case of lossy decomposition we are getting some extra tuples. Okay, and this extra tuple will create a problem for us. So in case of lossy decomposition, what thing you need to remember? Suppose I split one table into number of sub table, so after combining the sub table I am not getting original table back. This is the first thing. Second thing, you are going to lose some information. Okay, you are going to lose some information, as well as you will get some additional rows, which is additional tuple. After joining the sub table you are getting some additional tuples in your table which is not present in the original table. So now first try to understand, in case of lossy decomposition I am telling you we are going to lose some information. So this is an example which explain you how we are losing some information. Suppose this exam table I split into only 2 sub table. One is a student table where I stored only student information such as roll number and student name, and second one is a subject table where I am going to store subject code, subject name and marks. So I can say I lose some information. Can you recognize or can you identify what information we lose over here? Suppose I ask you, I want to get the marks. I want to get the marks for roll number 1 in subject English. Can you get this? Suppose you have these 2 tables, student table and subject table. Can you get the marks, or can you identify the how much marks that student having roll number 1 got in subject English? So is there any common attribute between student table and subject table so that we can perform join operation? No, there is no common attribute between student table and subject table. That's why suppose we try to join these 2 table, we are not getting original table back, because there is no common attribute present between the student table and subject table. So there is no possibility that you are getting original table back. So in this case we lose one information, that which student got how many marks in which subject. This information is being lost. So this is what a lossy decomposition. Okay, this is the first thing in case of lossy decomposition, that you are going to lose some information. And the second thing is that in case of lossy decomposition, you will get some extra row to be added in the original table. Okay, you will get some extra row added in the original table. This is the second characteristics or feature of a lossy decomposition. First thing, it is going to lose some information. Second thing is that suppose we combine the table, we can able to combine the table, we are getting some additional rows in the original table. So just imagine that this is a table T1 having three attributes ABC. I split this table into two subtable. One table T1 consists of AC and second table consists of BC. So in this case, one attribute is common, which is a common attribute C. C is a common attribute here C is a common attribute between these two tables. Now suppose I try to perform join operation on this two table, and let me check what information I will get, whether I get this original table back or I am getting some extra information is to be added in my original table. So again, how to perform join? Common attribute C, so we need to compare. The one is match with this one, so we are combining this column A, B, C. Okay, C is repeated, so we are going to write it only once. So 1, then for value B, and value of C is 1. Now here any 1 is there? No. Then 3 is compared with 1. No, it is not match. This 3 match with this 3, so we got 2, 3, 5, 2, 5 and 3. Okay, value of C is 3. Then this 3 match with this, so we got 2, 5, 3. Again we got 2, 3, 3, because we compare with this, so we got this, the 2 here. For B it is value is 3 and for C it is 3, so 2, 3, 3. Okay, then this 3 compare with this 1. No, it is not match. This match with this, so 3, 5, 3, 3, 5, 3. Again this 3 matches with this 3, so 3, 3, 3. Okay, so we got this table. Now compare this table with the original table. In the original table I have only 3 rows, but in the table that I obtained after combining this two subtable, total 5 rows are there. So here I got 2 extra rows is being added over here. This one 2, 3, 3, whether 2, 3, 3 is present in the original table? No. So this is what a extra row added. Now again, what is another extra row? This one 3, 5, 3, 3, 5, 3, whether it is present in the original table? No. So these are the 2 extra row which is being added in the table. So this is another feature of lossy decomposition. In lossy decomposition, you are going to lose some information, as well as you will get some extra row. Extra row is to be added. So this is called as a additive decomposition, where you are going to add some extra information into your original table. So this is what a lossy decomposition. And lossy decomposition is not a desirable property of a decomposition. Lossless is a desirable property. So why this thing is happening? So while decomposing, you need to make sure that while splitting, you need to make sure that one attribute, common attribute, and that common attribute should consist of some primary key. Means that prime attribute should be a prime attribute. Sorry, the common attribute should be a prime attribute. That means it should consist of some unique value. Now here we just consider here common attribute was C. Between these two table, common attribute is C. So whether it consists of or whether it is a prime attribute? No, because it has values repeated. That's why this is lossy decomposition. Now I will show you in the lossless decomposition. In lossless decomposition also we have considered common attribute. So between student and result, what is common attribute? Roll number. So here, though it is roll number is what repeated, but here whether roll number is repeated? No, here roll number is not repeated. So that is lossless decomposition. Means one more thing that you need to understand, common attribute is present between the two table, but in case of lossy decomposition, that common attribute is non-prime in both the cases. Okay, in case of lossy decomposition, this common attribute C is non-prime. Means what is prime and non-prime? In case of a prime, no duplication is there, but in case of prime, no duplication is there, and in case of non-prime, there is a duplication. So here you can see for C, again value is repeated, so it is non-prime, and here also value of C is repeated, so it is non-prime. Okay, so in this case, in both the table we have non-prime attribute, but in case of lossless decomposition, here roll number, here non-prime, but here there is prime. Why it is prime? Because here no duplication of row is there. Okay, so whenever you are combining or whenever you are decomposing into a prime non-prime, means at least one common attribute, means the common attribute, yeah, common attribute is present between one table and another table. So in at least one table it should be a prime, so that your decomposition would be a lossless decomposition. Now again you can check it for result and subject code. What is common attribute? Subject code. So whether it is prime? No, it's not prime, because S1 is repeated. But here can I say this subject code is prime? Yes, because there is no subject code which is repeated. That's why this is what a lossy decomposition. So one more thing that you need to understand, that in case of lossless decomposition, whenever we are decomposing and that table subtable is having common attribute, so one of the common attribute between these two tables should be a prime. Then and then your decomposition would be a lossless decomposition. And in the lossy decomposition, you can see that though common attribute is there, but in both the cases it is non-prime. That's why it is lossy decomposition. Okay, so I hope you understand what is lossy decomposition and how lossy decomposition will create a problem, because in lossy decomposition we are not getting original table back, we are getting some additional information added in the original table. So it is careless decomposition. It is also called as a careless decomposition. And the third property of decomposition is dependency preservation. So what do you mean by dependency preservation? We already talked about functional dependency. Functional dependency is nothing but a relationship between attributes of the table. The relationship between attributes of the table is represented with the help of functional dependency. So these are the functional dependency of a original table. We talk about this example of a lossless decomposition. This is what a exam table. In case of exam table, what is a in this case, what are the dependencies are there? Suppose I know roll number, I can easily find subject student name. Suppose I know subject code, I can easily find subject name. In that case, what is the primary key? Combination of roll number and subject code, I can find easily marks. So in case of exam table, what is a primary key? Combination of roll number and subject code. It is a primary key. So these are the three dependencies are present in the original table. And these are the functional dependency after lossy decomposition. So in case of lossy decomposition, what dependency we obtain? Roll number determines subject name and subject code determines subject name. But we lose one dependency over here, combination of roll number and subject code going to find marks. So this dependency we lost. So in case of lossy decomposition, we lose one dependency. In case of lossless decomposition, let's check, do we lose any kind of dependency? So here roll number going to identify student name, so this is first dependency. Subject code identify the subject name, this is second dependency. And combination of roll number and subject code going to identify the marks. So in case of lossless decomposition, we are not going to lose any kind of dependency. So in my original table there are three dependencies are there, but in case of lossy decomposition, we lose one dependency, that is combination of roll number and subject code is going to identify the marks. But in case of lossless decomposition, here you can see all the three dependency which is present in the original table, that will remain as it is. That's why we are saying that lossless decomposition is a desirable decomposition, where we are not going to lose any kind of information. And also after combining the number of subtable, we are getting original table back. We are not getting some extra rows or some we are not going to miss any kind of row. Just like that, in case of lossy decomposition, we are going to get some extra row which is not present in the original table. So I hope you understand the concept of decomposition. What is decomposition? Process of splitting or breaking one large table into number of subtable, so as to remove the redundancy, so as to remove the anomalies, and so as to remove the inconsistency. And there are two types of decomposition. One is a lossless decomposition and second one is a lossy decomposition. And there are three properties of decomposition: lossy, lossless, and dependency preservation. So out of this, what is a desirable property? Lossless decomposition and dependency preservation, these are two desirable properties, whereas lossy decomposition is not a desirable property. So I hope you understand the concept of decomposition. Thank you.